We're going to go into the next comment. This one is going to be kind of lengthy because I did a lot of research because this is a point that like I go back and forth with all the time with people. So Brian K, shout out to him because he inspired all this research I did. He said Jimmy G also went 5-0 when the 49ers got him. Don't count on Purdy. Lance has more upside, which I believe, me and Dobbs both believe, and it's something I've been saying for a long time. I wasn't really a Lance believer, but the more I looked into it, like he really hasn't had an opportunity to succeed. So, okay. So Jimmy Garoppolo in those 5 games that he started for the 49ers, he threw for 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 260 yards per game, and 67 completion percentage. Okay, this is in 2017. Okay, 2022, Brock Purdy goes 6-0. Sorry. Brock Purdy goes 6-0, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 218 yards per game. Their completion percentage is basically the same. Jimmy was better by 0.3. So, yeah, Purdy was throwing more touchdowns and had 1 less interception, but was throwing less per game in terms of yardage. And something I really want to point out, okay? So in 2017, Jimmy Garoppolo, their defense was the 8th overall defense. In 2022, according to Pro Football Reference, the San Francisco 49ers defense was 1st overall. Okay, I'm going to read you the starters that Brock Purdy had this year. At running back, he had CMC. At wide receiver, he had Deebo Samuel. At the other wide receiver, he had Brandon Ayuk. And at tight end, he had George Kittle. This is what Jimmy G was working with. Carlos Hyde at running back, Pierre Garçon at receiver. I like Pierre Garçon. The other receiver was Marquise Goodwin, and the tight end was Garrett Selleck. Please tell me who you think had a better core of offensive weapons to go 5 or 6-0. Please tell me who had a better defense to go 5 or 6-0. I have no problem with Brock Purdy. I think he can play in the league, but people think he's the second coming of Brady, and it is getting ridiculous. I saw a comment the other day that said Purdy has proved that he can be top 15. Where has he proved that? Where has he proved it? Please tell me, bro. Like, this is so crazy, bro. Like, if you look at the stats, it's so similar, and I can't believe people are already like, yep, let's get rid of our 1st round pick that we spent 3 firsts to go get. The 7th rounder, he's our savior. He's our savior.
No, and okay, so there's so many things to address in this one, but like just real quick, what I want to say is like the main thing comes to my mind. You say that 218 yards per game, and you said, so put that in tangent with the fact that you had the best defense in the league, you can get a bunch of possessions, right? This is with getting a bunch of time to hold the ball. It's like clearly Brock Purdy doesn't move the ball at the clip that other quarterbacks in the league do. Can he make a good read? Sure. When the O-line does their job and everything's working really well, and he has all pro receivers and tight ends to the football too, hell yeah, because he's proven that. Yeah, but can Purdy be a pro quarterback like you're saying? Absolutely. There's no doubt Brock Purdy can be an NFL quarterback. But the top 15, he's the guy for sure. It's literally like, this is the real slow the roll thing. And this goes back to the whole thing where my rants earlier, this might even, I don't know if this was off camera, on camera.
Yeah.
But where it was like, things are shifting where it's like the teams that build the team are the ones where they have the success. But then, like you're saying, where you get up to the bowl, it's like, do you trust that guy in the bowl? This is just like literally another example of that. Like, yeah, the Niners have everything else built. So yeah, they're going to be able to win games in the regular season. You're going to be able to go maybe win a playoff game. But it's like, is Brock the guy that's going to lead you to the promised land? Again, back to the whole thing. It's like, that's where that's where the clash of the arguments meet, is where do you believe in that or not? Like,
and I guess my thing is too, like the main argument with these Niners fans is like, oh, Jimmy G wasn't the guy to get us over the hump. Why? Because he missed a throw? Brock Purdy has missed throws already. Like, you're replacing him with the same guy, just younger. In my opinion, like, I think Brock Purdy can be a little bit better than Jimmy G, but not to the point where you're like beating out like the other like you're not beating like a top two, like if you're looking at the quarterback rankings, right? Like the tier 2 quarterback rankings, if you split that tier 2 in half, anybody above you're not beating in a shootout. I'm sorry, you're just not.
No, yeah, 100%.
Like, man, I don't know, man. Like, these 49ers fans are getting ridiculous. Like, bro, if you look at these cores side by side of offensive weapons, Jimmy G did way more with did the same with way less. Way less, bro. Like,
it's very interesting. That was great research
man.
You did too, bro.
I don't know. But yeah, those are my TikTok comments I'll get to this week.
I'd say there were 2 really good ones.
Yeah.
So it works perfectly.
Yeah. Hopefully, Brian K, I appreciate you. Thank you for leaving that comment because bro, I've been trying to tell these guys that Purdy is just not everything they make him out to be.